Next up, I want to show you actually a cool feature, how we can stagger animations with framer motion. It's really cool. So here's what I want you to do. Go over to your cards and actually go over to your card styles and make an export const cards styled motion div like this. It's just going to be an empty div. Okay? Just make an empty div like this. Import it here at the top as cards. And what we're going to do is, let me remove it so you can see how the code actually looked like beforehand. So we import this cards and then go over here where you're looping over each card. And at the top here, right, this card item's length, add cards like that. Again, just an empty div. And now take this and wrap it around right here above the card item's length before the checkout. Okay? And now, whoops, sorry, go over to your card and just remove everything and just keep the key. Okay? So remove all the animate, everything else that was there. So what we can do, rather than having our animation going on here, we can define it up here at the top. And that's something called variance in framer motion. So let's call it animation variance. Okay? And basically what we can do is here in the docs, if we check it out, we define just a variable like this, const item. Let's call this card in our case. And we can define a hidden and a show. So hidden is going to be 0, and we're basically going to replicate what we had. And scale is going to be 0.8, and we want to scale it back up to 1. Okay, so we have our card here with a hidden and show. So rather than defining it in here, we can define it up here, and then we can go to each individual card and we can say animate equals show. And initial is gonna be equal to hidden. Okay, whatever value that you provided here. So hidden and show. And we are passing those down here. But how is it gonna know that it's this card object that we made up here? Well, all we have to do is go here and pass down variance and call this card. Okay? The name of the variable. Let's take a look. Does that work? Open this up. Do a refresh. And it works. It just needs the delay on top of it. Okay, so I mean, we could go here and say transition, and we can say delay 1 second. Boop, and there we go. It works. Now, here's the cool part of this. When you're using variance, you can stagger your children if you add a stagger children to your parent div. So this is the whole reason why we added this card, so we can animate these in one by one, nice and slowly. So here's what we can do. We can remove this animate and initial from our card and just keep variance as card. And on this cards, let's go to the top here. Let me pull up this doc so we can just kind of copy paste it and modify it. Right here, we can call this cards. On hidden, we won't do anything to it really. We'll just show it. And on show, again, we'll keep opacity 1. But here we can add a property called delay children now on it, which is going to be 0.5 seconds. So we can just copy this cards over. We can go over to the cards and say variance equals to cards, like that. Okay. And we can say initial is gonna be show, and hidden, and animate is gonna be show. So when you're doing it on the parent, you don't need to define the animate and initial on the card. Let's take a look if that works. So open and look at that. So basically what we're saying is after 0.5 seconds, fade all the children in. So if we have multiple elements here, like that, look at that, after 0.5 seconds, they fade in. Let's add this as well. Boom. Super cool. But what I want to do is stagger them as well. So we can add stagger children, And let's do something smaller like 0.2. Okay, let's take a look. How cool is that? That's really cool. Let's do a smaller number here. We don't need that big of a delay. Doop, 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 doop. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. So let's keep it like that. Optimize the time where they come in. We can do 0.4. Doop. That's pretty cool. All right, and there we go. We have a nice little animation going on there. So that's variance. I mainly use it when I want to do staggering. I just separate it and then add it in here, and that's that. What else I want to do is let's head over to our nav and just animate the span in. I'm just going to import motion in here and just keep it simple and change this to a motion.div and a motion.div. And all I want to do here is animate in the scale. So we're going to scale 1, and the initial is going to be set equal to scale 0. Okay, just like that. So let's see now if we add an item to the cart. Oh, something weird's happening there. The styling got removed. Let's do a refresh. Animates in, but something gets messy. Oh, sorry, motion.span. My apologies, not div. There we go. Let's see. Let's remove that and add. Boop. See the nice bubble effect? How cool is that? Dip, 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 dip. And then we can add the rest of the numbers. But that initial bubble effect is really nice. So there we go. And we have our nice transition there. Cool. So hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next episode.